Good morning, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from TBR Solutions. I'm with Last Born Tshepang Kgole. We do our first show as usual. Tshepang, will you kindly greet the viewers and then you're welcome.
Yes, good morning to the viewers out there. And yeah, also Mr. Shabalala, thank you very much for welcoming me in today's morning show. Hope everyone enjoys the show. Thank you very much.
Yeah, earlier on, we were doing a show pertaining to the case, PSL case versus Kaizer Chiefs. We're looking at that from a legal perspective, understanding what does the law says. If you never saw it, watch it. It was very nice. Remember, as I continue to say, media's work is to inform and educate, all right? We are informing and educating. Now, Tshepang, yesterday, we got a shock announcement. Benni McCarthy and AmaZulu have parted ways. And it was the president of AmaZulu who, said to announce that they've parted ways. So what's your take?
Yeah, regarding that, it was a shocker to everyone, we never expected that. For me, I think it came from the statement which the president took out last week, when he had said that going to take any excuses or exceptions if AmaZulu doesn't make it in the top 8, actually the top 4 to be exact, in the league. I don't know where did that come from, but it was just so sudden for the president to actually say that. But not knowing that AmaZulu still have a lot of games to still play in the league, and they're still in the middle of the season. So for him to say such things, I think for me, it really put the coach under pressure, and it was more of him starting to interfere. Maybe it's because of they didn't go far or reach the goal that they wanted to reach when it comes to the CAF Champions League. But it really changed things. And to actually say such things, and you've got the likes of Coach Benni in your team, such a high-profile coach, human being as a whole. I think that might have just caused a bit of a stir within the management and the team as a whole. And maybe it was a matter of interference as well, because I think Benni McCarthy, the way I'm seeing it, he was the one who actually initiated that he can't carry on. This is what I'm seeing from my side. For a president to just step up and say such things in the past couple of weeks, I think it didn't sit well with Coach Benni McCarthy. Maybe a bit of dispute within the meetings that they might have had with at the boardroom, at the club, might have maybe shake things up and made Coach Benni feel uncomfortable. And maybe it was a mutual decision, which the club took and the coach as well to just part ways. But it's a huge blow for me, if you can ask me. Coming from AmaZulu, it's a huge blow. For me, I feel like it was a bad decision. That was a very bad decision that was taken by the club and the president.
I saw it coming. I'll tell you where. It started when Tshepang did not want to renew a contract. The president went out and said he is not going to play. If you remember quite well. Then Benni responded. Now, what was disappointing? Benni responded publicly to say, well, I'm going to use the player. It was a sign of defiance. the president. But at the same time, the big R, it's all about relationships, a positive R words, you know. In business, relationship is very, very important. In business, you learn every day. Robert Kiyosaki once said, your business is the best business school. You know what? I know it myself. I learn every day. So in the process, there will be mistakes. Firstly, for me, yes, the president is the leader. He's in charge. He should have, that's my opinion, he should have sat down with the coach before he goes, he went public. And maybe it was out of emotions, and sometimes talk about emotional intelligence. How do you manage your emotions? All right. So Benny too was wrong to respond publicly, because I'm sure the president of the team saw that as a defiance, and unconsciously. That's my point. I think the relationship started to deteriorate from there. Then we saw subsequent games. The boy was not on the bench. Now, as journalists would ask Benny, where is your temper? Benny didn't come out clear. Until such time, I think whether it's Sokala Duma or what, or kickoff, he confirmed that I can't use him. If the powers to be decided that the player should not be used, I don't have any powers. There, for me, it was already telling you that it was a rocky road. So that's my analysis. That's my analysis. Now, comparatively speaking, because we are playing in a global village, it happened at Barcelona. Laporta, very angry, legitimately so, at Dembele. When I say legitimately so, you know me, I've always said Dembele has never rewarded Barcelona anything. Now they've spent a lot of money. Also, all of a sudden, they've been patient with him. He's showing the signs of recovery. He starts now to be adamant. He wants more money. People are dangling the carrot. I was not happy. Look, there's nothing wrong about a person looking for money. It is not all about the money all the time. Do you hear what I'm saying, Tshepang?
Yes, yes.
It is not all about the money all the time. Key to everything, it's happiness. Happiness come first. Now, you know why I'm saying it's not all about the money? You know, we were watching with Rizzi. He showed me the documentary of Master J. Pardon?
No, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah. I don't know who's disturbing you there. Tell them not to disturb you. Master J was a DJ, a rapper during our time when I was still growing, while I was still a DJ. Very popular, very big. And Master J was from a very poor neighborhood, you know, like all the majority of Black Americans, the situation is like that. Then when he rise, he wanted to take care of his people and the neighborhood. That was Master J. The lifestyle was at another level. He assisted, according to the document, assisted his people and the people within the neighborhood, all right? Driving flashy cars and so on. The key to the whole thing, it's understanding how money works. So now, as they were spending like that, taxman was also knocking at the door. It is alleged that Jay had financial problems. I don't know whether some of the items were bought via vehicle finance or what, or whatever, loans or what. But it was alleged that he started to have financial problems and everybody in the area was looking up to him and he wanted to maintain that standard. Then, as per the documentary, it is alleged that he decided to sell drugs to double his money, triple his money. You'll think that we are talking football, but where are we going now? Do you understand? And then all of a sudden he was killed. And his death was mystery, just like Tupac Shakur. It was mystery for quite some time. And people were searching what happened, all those things. Né? Now, the morale of the story, it's not about money all the time. The key thing, the first thing that people should do, teach yourself about the money. Because once you teach yourself about the intricacies of money, you know how to handle it. Now, back to Tembele. You see, with me, what separates everything, hence we call ourselves the big R, it's a relationship, respect. Now, these people have been there for me for many years, and then taking care of me. Now, why do I dump them now when they don't have money? Back to my king, our king, Lionel Messi, he was prepared to cut his price. And according to him, he was prepared to even to go further just to remain at Barcelona. You know what I'm saying? So, correctly so, Laporta was correct. He was absolutely correct. But listen what happened. Xavi never went, he said, I need the player, then kept quiet. We are told that Xavi spoke to Tembele. He said, you know what? You're a good player. You're one of the best. And then, please, I'm going to utilize you. You get my point. Now, look at Barcelona today. Look at the contribution of, look at the contribution of, what is his name? Look at the contribution of the gentleman. What is his name?
Dembele.
The contribution of Dembele now. What is happening? He is doing absolutely fantastic. So that's my argument. That's my argument. So I leave it to you to dissect that. Now, it shows that there was a meeting between the two. All right, there was a meeting that took place, and look how Barcelona, it becomes now an oil machine. Do you understand? That's what I expected from both sides, from the president of AmaZulu and Benni McCarthy. Because Benni is a player, he understands what he's talking about. And I've just given an example of Xavi. All right. So for me, I would have expected the two gentlemen to have swallowed their pride. I know Benny's got money himself, the president's got money. It's not about the money. It's not about the money. It's about the relationship. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. I don't know, people out there, what's your take? Last one?
Yes, no. Yeah. When it comes to the money, you are quite right. I think maybe that played a role, you know. But what I could say upsets me, it's how the matter was handled, because I thought there was a good relationship within the team. I remember when even Coach Benny was stepping into the team, he was asked how are the working relationships there, and how is everything set up for him. And he did explain that no, he was told that he would just work in the team the mandate was given to him, and then that the club wouldn't interfere with all that he wants to achieve and the plans he has for the club. And he was actually quite happy about that. It was a treatment which he has never felt ever, you know, in his coaching career, which was a good feeling and a good treatment. But now things suddenly have changed. Now the club is becoming starting to interfere, and I don't know, maybe it's a matter, yeah, now the money is involved in all of this, you know, it's power. And I guess you can never say that a club or the president of the club or a chairman of the club will never interfere when it comes to the coaching staffs or the technical team, you know. There will always be interference when it comes to that. And I guess it just ruins the whole plan or the whole vision which was put in place in the first place, you know. So the Siatemi issue as well. I mean, why would you crush such a talent? I mean, if he says that he will joining another team, we see it all over. I mean, you can sign a pre-contract with another team next season, knowing that you want to leave. It's okay, but why don't you give him the opportunity to finish the season? Use him while he's still there. So if you don't want to use the player while he's still under contract with your team, what do you expect him to do, or where do you expect him to play? And he's one of the best players that you have in the team. So you are basically killing yourself, not killing him, but you are killing yourself as a team as well. So such decisions sometimes, I don't know, it's a matter of power as we're talking about it right now, that only there's only certain things that you are able to handle as a coach, you know, and you don't really have the final say. I guess it's something that we're seeing right now. So yeah, this is what's happening at the club at the moment.
Well, remember, me and you are just speculating. All right. We may be wrong, we may be right. And maybe it was a good and an amicable way that, maybe we don't see eye to eye. All right. Now, let's go back. We saw it with Morocco Swallows. The guy was not necessarily doing, he was doing well. Took them from the bottom of the lock, came all the way, competed at Premier League, and then as time goes on, there was a slump. Then he was somehow criticized that he's too defensive, he was playing draws, but he was not losing. He was not losing. And now, you know, I was doing another show, a special show. I don't know whether I saw it. A guy on social media was saying the departure of Njabulo Ngcobo has led to Morocco Swallows conceding goals. Now, why I bring the Swallows issue is because we still have a lot of games. Now, if we still have a lot of games, why lose hope? Why destabilize the team now? All right? We saw it with Barcelona. It was Valverde. Just in January, Valverde was booted out. Kiki Setien came in. Things went worse. Koeman came in. Nothing improved. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Man United, for instance, you know, because I still believe Man United should have held on Solskjaer. Because if you look at the track record of all the people that they hired since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, of course they gave him enough time, 3 years, but since the departure of Sir Alex Ferguson, he was much better compared to the rest. Well, Ralf Rangnick, I don't know what to say. I don't know whether they will qualify for the Champions League, but it looks very difficult. All right. So those are some of the things that probably the AmaZulu leadership should have taken into consideration. That's me, Tshepang, I may be wrong. Yeah, that's me, I may be wrong. Just give me your view, Tshepang, and people out there, if you've got views you want to share with us.
Yes, yeah, I agree with that statement. I agree with what you're saying. It's yeah, okay, but look, I'm looking at it, at this at this view. I mean, Benny, Coach Benny only had 2 years. Well, it's 1.5, we could say, you know, since he has been with AmaZulu. But we could see, we all can see the improvement that the team has made, has done, seeing where they are right now compared to a couple of years ago. Um, they've done well, they've done well, even bringing in a lot of players and, even getting out the best of certain players at the moment, I mean, most players now in that squad even have national call-ups. They've got, some of them even have national caps, we could say, they are even playing in the national team. I mean, a coach to actually bring out the best in such players, especially in AmaZulu, should actually tell you something. So that's why I'm saying, this is my opinion. A lot probably happened behind the back doors, in the back doors and in the boardroom. Probably a lot of things were said, you know, which now we're talking about two egos being involved. We know that Coach Benny also, his ego is very big, he's got a very big ego. And now the president as well has stepped in, and now they are clashing, based on what he has said and what's been going on, and even Benny's response also in public. So I think that might have ruined things, maybe the relationship, even maybe the president also being impatient when it comes to results. That's something that also played a huge role. And yeah, I mean, look where they are right now. But I feel like they had to just relax and become patient. Let's let AmaZulu go in again into the third season under Coach Benny, and then we're probably going to see something different. If it's not working out, then it's fine. Probably the coach can actually leave the club. But in the manner that he has left right now, yeah, it raises a lot of questions. So yeah, this is my take. This is my opinion. Maybe the viewers will tell us something different based on how they saw the judgment and the outcome regarding that matter.
I would say, from my point of view, I would say, I hope the two parties will learn out of this. We learn every day, man. It's business for Benny. It's business for the coach. I hope the two parties will learn. Relationship is key. And then I don't know, people out there, what's your take about this? And then we want to hear your comments. Last Born, it was nice doing this show, unless you still have something to say. And then, in the absence of anything, I would have said thank you very much. And thanks to the viewers for continuing to support us. And then I see people are continuing to subscribe. That's the only thing that is going to strengthen us. And then a like, and if you dislike, just tell us where we should improve. Last one.
Yes, thank you very much. It was a very lovely show, and yeah, I think maybe there's a bit of a hint. People were saying that since he has left the club, where will he coach next? And there's a certain club that they just linking Coach Benny with. They're linking him with Kaiser Chiefs. We're starting to hear these rumors that he might go there. Probably replace Stuart Baxter. So yeah, it's getting interesting. We never know where he might end up if he decides to coach in South Africa again. But I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll see how the season ends. But yeah, thank you very much. And thanks to the viewers out there.
If you ask me, Kaizer Chiefs, they should just promote Arthur's one. That's my point of view. Ben is a good coach, but promote Arthur's one. Arthur will do well. That's my point of view. Yeah, well, Benny's experience, he's known all over the world, but Arthur has shown that he can deliver. That's my point of view. That's my point of view. The other team which you think Benny can go to, which one? What about
I feel Orlando. Sorry?
Pirates?
Yeah, I feel like Orlando Pirates. Yeah, he could actually do justice also in that team,
Because
so yeah, yeah. Yeah, I feel like he could actually do justice at Orlando Pirates, to be honest, if it happens.
But will it be fair to Mandla Ncigazi? Because I think he's turning things around. You can see that Pirates is starting to show, Pirates is starting to compete.
Yeah, the one results. I mean, these are big teams. I mean, when you talk about Chiefs and Pirates, these are big teams which they expect immediate results, So if a coach is taking time to deliver, then they start looking for options out there, So that's what I'm saying. I mean, you've got Benny now on the loose. He doesn't have a team, he's out of contract. Now there's two big teams which are struggling in the PSL. So they are probably starting to scratch their heads, to be honest. He is an option, definitely. I know that he's probably one of the talking points within those two clubs. Definitely, it's someone which they are starting to actually look at the moment. So anything can happen.
All right. Last one, thank you very much. Much appreciated. It was a beautiful show. And then we'll see during the lunch hour. Yeah. And then thank you very much. You are not part of the show with the advocate. It went live at 8 o'clock. Just watch it. Okay. Thank you. Much appreciated. Hi, everybody. My name is the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe from the Big R, or TBR Solution. One of the companies owned by TBR Solution is the Big R Financial Services, an authorized financial service provider. I'm sure you have noticed that the past few months or so, we've seen a lot of deaths, and those deaths are attributed to mental illness. Mental illness can be caused by anything, can be caused by stress, depression, and stress and depression can be caused by a number of things: lack of finances, or financial problem, or social problem, or marital problem. So they cause all those problems. We in the financial sector, we see it almost now and again, because we work with various organizations like GPF, Independent Fund Organization. But while I'm still there, let me stress, we don't have a formal relationship with GPF, but we work with them because most of our people are from there. Now, working with those people, you know very well that people who are working for the government, they're expected to retire at the age of 60 and above, right? If you retire earlier than that, then you are being penalized by GPF. And sometimes people say, no, I need money. So what do? They resign. They say, no, let the money go to my bank account. Once you do that, you are tax heavy. So you need to bear that in mind, okay? But now, let's say for argument's sake, you are 55 as we speak and above, and you are contemplating of either resigning or going on pension in the next 3 months or so, just drop us a WhatsApp so that we help you to expedite for your payment. Because according to the GPF rules and pension fund law, once a client or a member receive an SMS that they've received your forms, that means they have 60 days to complete the process. And mind you, the 60 days is a maximum. It doesn't mean it has to take 60 days. It's a maximum. Now, sometimes we see people that don't get their money for 2 to 3, 4, 5 months, 6 months, even more, or a year or so. And then there, the problem could emanate either from the GPF side, employer side, a member himself. So what we do, we try to expedite that process by making sure that we understand the workings of GPF. If it's a member, we help him to do the right thing. The same with GPF, the same with employer organization. Now, remember, as I have already said, that with GPF, it's 60 and above. Now, and then we say if you're 55 or more, you can contact us. And another good element is this, with the fund that we are working with. There is a whole lot of flexibility. You can decide how much you earn. That's how flexible it is. And if, let's say, you pass on, you and your spouse, you can nominate anyone. You are not limited to your immediate family, like your biological children or an officially adopted children. Remember, even your children, they can benefit as long as they're 22 and below. But with us, it doesn't matter. They can be above 22, they can be your elders, or they will still benefit because you nominated them. And then we try by all means that when we take the money from GPF and invest with credible fund organization, we try by all means that you are list text, all right? And then, and even you are not punished because you are not taking the money, because you are taking to another fund. So which means an independent and credible fund. So it means that there's no need to tax you more. So those are some of the advantages that are there. So you need to bear that in mind. And then if you want to know more, just drop us a WhatsApp on our WhatsApp number. Then we'll call you back. You don't have to call us. We'll call you back and see how can we expedite it. I thank you.